What's poppin', y'all? It looks like they're just trying to take down everybody in hip-hop because Lil Baby might be next on the chopping block. And the first time I heard about this was via academics about a year ago. I don't know if he said specifically the name Lil Baby, but he said one of the biggest Atlanta rappers. And he got this information from the same journalist that had said to him a year in advance that Young Thug and YSL were going to get hit with the RICO. And academics said he didn't even really believe that until he saw it happen. We just got recent reports, and this came from George Cheedy, who did an interview with DJ Vlad. He's not really too active on Twitter X anymore. He moved to Blue Sky, which is a platform that a lot of different people move to for different reasons. But it says here, No Jumper, where they reposted, they said, Sean Hoover, who manages the Georgia Public Defenders Council's gang unit, is allegedly preparing for a RICO indictment against 4PF and OMF and expects Lil Baby and others will be indicted, according to journalist George Cheedy from The Guardian. Now, this is a bit of an issue here for not just Lil Baby on his own, but the incident where we first saw the potential for him to be charged was when he was shooting a music video in rival gang territory and two people got shot. Two 13-year-olds got killed. And one of these investigators had posted it saying, Investigator Viverito is on the stand. We are listening to wiretapped calls. Someone mentioned that Lil Baby had tickets on some people's heads. 4PF, OMF, Goodfella. Goodfella gang is the rival gang for Lil Baby's 4PF, and they were the ones that they were shooting the music video at their section, their hood. Even Kodak Black's lawyer, Bradford Cohen, would respond to this and say they're trying to say that Lil Baby is going to get indicted. We all know how that goes in Atlanta. Those prosecutors can't get out of their own way. Another clown show if that happens. And this is going to be a state RICO case. It's not going to be a federal RICO case, which is why I'm willing and inclined to say that Lil Baby does not need to go on the run. If this was a federal RICO, because Lil Durk had seen, or I think academics had talked about, he had heard about a federal indictment coming in for Lil Durk. If that was the case, man, I'd be up here telling Lil Baby that he's gotta take any booking that they're asking for him in Europe or anywhere else in that region, and cop a bird, go over there, maybe make your way to Russia and sit down. Otherwise, you're about to be doing 20 years. Look at Lil Durk right now. Unfortunately for him, he's sitting down. We don't know when he's going to get out. They're not even giving him bail. He seems a little bit comfortable. But Lil Baby, I don't think that man wants to go back to jail. He already served I think he served quite an extended sentence previously in his career, which Dirk's holding it down right now. That guy hasn't said a word. That's how you really know he's about what he's talking about. So I'm going to play you guys a series of clips where they start mentioning Lil Baby. So first, it's these suspects that are about to be charged. They hadn't yet been charged. They rounded them up. They're somewhat affiliated with Lil Baby.
One by one, the suspects charged in the 2024 murders of 13-year-old Lamont Freeman and his friend 13-year-old Jacody Davis took their seats inside a Fulton County courtroom for day 3 of a preliminary hearing, which will determine if there's sufficient evidence for the men to stand trial.
So I think that we are ready to begin.
An APD detective who asked us not to show her face because she's involved in undercover investigations took the stand for more than 2 hours. She testified that investigators used social media posts and wiretaps to determine that the 7 defendants are members or associates of the Goodfellas criminal street gang. Police say the shooting stemmed from a gang war sparked by rapper Lil Baby, who they claim is affiliated with the rival criminal street gang 4PF. Last May, police say the hip-hop superstar filmed a music video in their territory and multiple people were shot.
So as you guys just heard, they're naming all these names. We haven't heard Lil Baby get brought in yet, so he's fine for now. And then it's this girl that I talked about in the previous tweet when they were just writing it out. She is the one that's testifying.
The Instagram page belonged to Keontae Sanders, also known as Midnight.
Okay. And while looking at that page, you found some direct message communications, one of which showed a disappearing message between Mr. Sanders and somebody named Mr. Smith.
Once I received his Instagram returns back, yes.
Okay, and what did that message consist of?
It was a photo that Mr. Smith had taken of himself, but had put the word J-Shot across it and sent it in the disappearing message mode.
So there, she just said that even in vanish mode that they're able to pull these texts, which is understandable. It's like Snapchat. They're able to pull that. Vanish mode, they're able to pull that. Hey, if you want to do some crime, hop on Signal, I guess. I'm giving out free game, huh? Not even Telegram. Hop on Signal. And they try to tie it to Lil Baby in the following clip, or she tries to tie it to Lil Baby.
And this is what's coming up now is already admitted into evidence. Is this the message that was sent?
It is.
And so that was Martavius Smith sent that to Mr. Sanders.
He did.
All right, now, what was significant about that to you?
I knew that or John Smith was a close associate of the leader of 4PF, Dominique Lil Baby Jones.
And 4PF, as you testified already, was a gang that you recognized as being in a rivalry with the Goodfellas, and in particular the Only My Family subset of the Goodfellas?
And their associates, yes.
Okay. And how did you know this about John J. Shot Smith, that he was a member of 4PF?
He can be seen out there on his Instagram. He can be seen pictured with Mr. Jones. He frequents the area where the homicide occurred as well. He's filmed a music video out there.
So there you guys just heard it. And then there's this individual named Unc, and this is where they say, oh, there's tickets on our head, and they're trying to say that Lil Baby was the one putting tickets on our head. So I'm going to play you guys that clip now.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, what's up, huh? Oh, what's going on? Man, them folks, like, come on, bro, you know what's finna go on. Like, how the hell you can, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even like that, man. Them folks got tickets on a lot of these folks. I'm telling you.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who was that said that about the tickets?
Unc, the unidentified male that was being referred to as Unc.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders.
Correct.
And in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by what do you mean on somebody's head? What is that?
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Harmed or killed.
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
Dominique Jones had wanted to have people harmed.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
The problem here is this lady that's talking up, and there's prosecutors that are bringing her on here. This lady is quite shifty. She's not really reliable. And even in the YSL trial, the judge was like, yo, what the hell is this lady doing, man? Like, why is she not answering questions? So I'm going to run that clip by you guys right now.
Mr. Shart asked you a very specific question, and you seem to have answered in a way that surprises everybody. So we need to get some clarity from you. Okay, so can you listen really carefully to what his question is and answer that question? And then if your answer is still the same, we need to ask some follow-up of you. Okay, go ahead.
In the songs that we reviewed, Mr. Stillwell claimed to have beat a homicide, correct? Or
Correct.
beat a murder rap, beat a homicide.
Correct.
Okay. Did he, in fact, beat a murder rap or beat a homicide, as he claimed?
I think he...
Go ahead and explain it now, because the jury's not in here.
Yes,
We're just
yeah.
trying to sort out what
I
it
think
is.
from my understanding of Mr. Stillwell back in that time, he was under the impression that the Donovan Thomas case had been, that they were going to beat it, like they were about to beat it, or it was beat, or it wasn't going to be an issue. I didn't want to say that because I didn't know.
Well, that's good that you didn't
Yes.
say that. But that's not the question that he asked
I'm
at
not
the
asking
time.
what Mr. Stillwell thought.
As for Lil Baby, personally, I think he is one of the best criminals we've seen in the past 10 years of hip hop. Because this guy, like, people want to make fun of there's a lot of material for Lil Baby to be defended by. And I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but think about it like this. Number one, this is a state RICO case. Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, said that he thought that Young Thug could beat this case, and he wanted to take it to trial, and we saw that case was a whole mess, but Young Thug really, really wanted to come home. And Brian Steele was disappointed with Young Thug's decision to do so, but he's his client, he works for him, so he was in agreement there. Lil Baby has done way less than Young Thug. Lil Baby doesn't have any tattoos anywhere, not even on his face, or of course not on his face, but not anywhere else either. Lil Baby has done a lot for different communities. He's done a lot of charity work. He's been, like, all those photos that you see of Lil Baby doing these brand deals with fanatics and making a song for them, or being with, what's the guy's name again? Damn, Michael Rubin, being at the white party, getting hugs from Michael Rubin, getting hugged from behind. All of those things that we justifiably clown him for in hip-hop and say that's not the greatest look for a street rapper, that's going to work in his favor if they indict him and he has to eventually go to trial. Because, listen, this man, and also switching up the 4PF, and this is where I think And I'm somebody that's not going to defend rappers doing crime and say, man, free that guy, or he shouldn't have done this, or no, they're just coming down his back. But Lil Baby is somebody where we've heard rumblings of beef, and of course in Atlanta they know what's going on, because you guys remember when Offset got jumped and it was supposed to be by Lil Baby's people, or it was by Lil Baby's people allegedly. That story never got out because QC, who has both of them signed and they both don't get along, they were trying to patch things up behind the scenes between these guys. And if you guys also remember, there was issues with Saweetie and Quavo and Lil Baby. People were saying that Saweetie was spotted with Lil Baby. So there's issues between the Migos and Lil Baby. But Lil Baby's really not ever out there trying to be the guy where it's like, hey, I'm still getting hits out on people, slat slime, like Young Thug was. Young Thug was kind of trying to toe this line of, yo, I'm in the streets and I'm at the top of this game and I'm this kingpin. So it's easier to point it at him. And Young Thug, obviously, he's got all the face tattoos, etc. With Lil Baby, that's not the case. It's the opposite. He's got a pretty squeaky clean image. He changed up 4PF into this new collective / company where he has his artist under called Glass Window Entertainment. And he was telling people, hey, there's no more 4PF. We're Glass Window now.
Can't be with it. It's a way of life.
Right.
It's not a label. It's not a nothing. It's not a nothing. It's a way of life. You know what I'm saying? If you on your shit, like, you can't with me. Girls say they can't be with everybody. It's just that's just that way of life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And of course, 4 Pockets Full had to come to an end. You know what I'm saying?
When you say of course, I mean, why you say of course?
Because all the shit that be going on and shit. And I had to start learning that, like, other people's actions I could be held accountable for.
Right.
I ain't know all that at first. You know what I'm saying? I never would have went that route, but I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Now that I know, I'd be a fool to just keep the same thing going. You know what I'm saying? They trying to make something out of something that it ain't.
Right.
Like, if I got any kind of control of, hey, we're gonna switch that whole thing up. And it ain't even just about the police or no, it's just period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never was supposed to make my label something that I talk about. Because who I am, and even like now, the young guys, when I meet them and new artists who gonna start their own label, I'm telling them, hey, start your label with something that don't got nothing to do with nothing or nobody but your artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody ain't tell me that. I ain't know nothing about that. I ain't really understand it. So now I'm telling them, like, hey, if you gonna start your label, don't call your label the same thing you call your crew or your homeboys who grew up together. Y'all don't do that. Because the way they trying to set it up as a system, they going to try to use it as a game. You know what I'm saying? And it's really to, like, target. And there's some people who do act as gangs. So I get it. But that ain't everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This clip is from December of 2024 when he did a podcast with Lil Yachty in promotion for the album Wham that he was going to drop. And Glass Window, or Glass Ceiling, Yachty called it, Glass Window, underneath it is Can't Be Effed With. That's the new label that Lil Baby is bringing forward. And you can just tell the way that Lil Baby talks. This guy, I believe he still has homies involved in the streets, but I think he's somebody that is trying to maintain respect from where he came from, provide and give opportunities to people from where he came from, whilst at the same time staying as far away as he can from the BS. So Lil Baby is one of those rappers that I will say, if he gets brought into this, I genuinely think he's just getting screwed with, and they're just trying to ruin his life. And this is the incentive that there is, because the DA's office, they messed up with the Young Thug trial. And there is so much of an incentive for district attorneys, for people to take down a superstar like Lil Baby, superstar in America, not globally, a superstar like Lil Baby, because that gives them a lot more career opportunities. So it's not necessarily just about justice and, oh, this guy's out here terrorizing the streets, so we want to get him off. I will say, with what they were accusing Young Thug of, he was terrorizing the streets. But with Lil Baby, that doesn't seem to be the case. He just seems to be this big fish that they're trying to attach anything to. And the fact that he's just got homies and they're doing stuff shows you, okay, Lil Baby knows what's going on here. And this was in December. The event that happened where he shot the music video and the two kids got killed in the rival gang territory, that was after this. That happened in February. So you can also ask yourself, well, if Lil Baby knew this, then why was he shooting music videos in like rival gang territory? And if you are to make that criticism, which is a criticism that I would make, hand raised over here, yeah, we would be right. Why are you doing that when you know, even back in December, he knew that things could be connected to him? It's just unfortunate. I don't think he thought anybody would die. I think he just thought, hey, we've got security here. We've got people here. We're just going to shoot the video, leave. It looks cool for me. Like, I still keep my street rep, because this is the problem, or the balancing act that a rapper like Lil Baby and 21 Savage have to make, is that they've got a lot of fans from the streets that really mess with their music and feel like they're speaking to them. They got to keep a level of authenticity that's close to that and not to Hollywood, or else they lose their appeal. At the same time, Lil Baby's got to appeal to the regular audience. So they have to do this balancing act that's really difficult, because you're towing this line between potentially having somebody get shot or harmed in your crew, or potentially getting jammed up, which is what they're trying to do to Lil Baby now, and being seen as, oh, this guy's too Hollywood, he's too far away from us. And Lil Baby has towed that line perfectly. I think 21 Savage has done it a little bit better than Lil Baby, but 21 Savage is not as marketable as Lil Baby. So I think 21 Savage, just with his appearance and the face tattoos that he got and his name, it makes it a lot more difficult for him to get the opportunities that Lil Baby has been afforded, like going to the White Party and all of these other corporate sponsorships he's able to get. So I really hope Lil Baby doesn't even get into this. I think they're trying to make a huge reach, and I honestly want Lil Baby to just keep doing what he's doing, and they leave him alone, because I'm willing to say that the guy's been a positive image of what a rapper is, at least what he's showing to the public. But speaking of somebody that's a little bit different in the public right now, is LiAngelo Ball. So you should check out this video on your screen of LiAngelo Ball, where people are saying that he betrayed the guy that put him on. I'll keep a link to it in the pinned comment as well. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Go to helloyassine.com. Thank you for watching. Peace.